Hello Dnation and welcome back. In today's episode we are going to be unboxing a replica of the 1934 Indian Sports Scout, which is a 112 scale diecast motorcycle manufactured by Newray. And I'm going to be showing you the features and the specifications of this vintage diecast motorcycle replica. So stay tuned with me on this one and let's get this started. So, before we get to the good stuff, let's take a look at the boxing as always. So this 1934 Indian Sports Scout diecast replica comes in a standard window type box, and as you can see, the Indian Motorcycle logo is bang in the middle on the top. And on this upper corner of the box you will see the scale, which is a 112 scale, and to the other upper corner is the Newray branding and logo. And flipping over to the other sides, you will see the Indian Motorcycle branding along with the graphic of the Indian Motorcycle. And flipping over to the bottom of the box, you will find a bit of legal information regarding this diecast Indian Motorcycle replica. So kindly pause if you want to take a read. So with no further ado, let's get this open. Well, to begin with, Indian Motorcycles have released two diecast replicas, which is the 1934 Indian Sports Scout, which we just unboxed, as well as a 1930 Indian Chief, for which I made an exclusive video, of which I'll drop the link in the description below, so go check it out and let me know what you think. So before we begin, let me just say that this is also one of my favorite classic motorcycles, and I'm glad that I finally got this replica to add to Dnation's 112 scale diecast motorcycle collection. So my first thoughts about this diecast replica is that it has a decent build quality and made of diecast, with most of its components made of ABS plastic. Well, I wish it could have been a bit better and had a better build quality and a lot more of diecast, but as I mentioned earlier, I'm just glad I got a replica of this Indian classic model. Well, I should however admit that this model looks quite stunning and looks just as beautiful as its real life counterpart. And with that out of the way, now let's go ahead and take a look at a few features of this amazing diecast replica. So this model comes with a chocolate brown chassis with an amazing brown and yellow paint scheme. It also comes with a steerable front fork with a well sculpted all black headlight with a metallic handlebar with a single rear view mirror on the left. It also comes with a dual gauge with black hand grips with a single brake lever on the right. And moving down is a classic style two-tone front fender that wraps around a fully blacked out spoked wheel and rubber tire, which are well detailed. So moving on to the mid section, this fuel tank is a well sculpted and painted in the two-tone yellow and brown, with the Indian logo on both sides, which are in yellow and black, with some amazing gold pinstripes which are prominent all throughout this diecast replica. And moving down to the heart of this ride lies a beautiful all black well detailed side valve V-twin engine sculpt with a single chrome exhaust, with the rest of the midsection components blacked out as well. And an awesome detail that I love the most on this Indian Chief replica is the suicide shift and the retro kickstart pedal, which looks stunning, which is hard to miss. And talking about the seat, it's a single seater which is in black that contrasts with the rest of this classic Indian Scout replica. And the rear wheel setup is just the same as the front, but comes with a brake light along with two black saddlebags that are mounted to the rear fender, which is a good detail. And just to mention, the rear wheel setup is just as the front, which is rigid and does not come with suspension. And this model comes with free rolling wheels along with a side and center stand just in case you want to display it. And as far as the specs go, this replica measures in at 7 inches in length, 4 inches in height, 2 inches in width, and weighs in approximately at about 170 grams, which are standard 112 scale specs. Well, all I can say is that I'm really happy that I finally got this classic Indian Scout replica and that I very proudly will add it to my collection. So overall, this is a beautiful replica of the 1934 Indian Scout and a definite must-have for any diecast motorcycle collector or hobbyist, especially if you are into classic motorcycles. And in case you're interested, kindly find further features, specifications and the best buy links for this Indian Scout diecast replica in the description below. And so with that out of the way, let's place this amazing and well-detailed Indian motorcycle replica on the Dnation dyno and check out its wheel spin and its functionality. Well, by the looks of it, there seems to be a little issue with the wheel spin which could be fixed, but overall the functionality seems to be quite decent and just as beautiful as the well-detailed exteriors. And this Indian Scout diecast replica gets a massive thumbs up from me for looks as well as for functionality. So with that being said, let's place this classic replica on the Dnation turntable and take a look at this diecast beauty in a 360-degree view. And stay tuned for some fun facts on Indian motorcycles coming up. The Indian Scout is a motorcycle built by the Indian Motorcycle Company from 1920 to 1949. It rivaled the Chief as India's most important model. Designed by Charles B. Franklin, the Scout was introduced in October 1919 as a 1920 model. The Scout had a side-valve V-twin engine with its transmission bolted to the engine casing, allowing a geared primary drive, the only American V-twin to use this maintenance-free system. The Scout engine initially displaced 606cc, but the engine size was increased to 745cc, and in early 1928, a front brake was added to the Scout. The 101 Scout, made from 1928 to 1931, had been called the best motorcycle Indian ever made. A second line of Scouts with heavier frames was introduced in 1932 alongside the standard Scout, which replaced the 101 Scout and shared its frame with the Chief. The small displacement Scout and the Sports Scout, introduced in 1934, were continued until the end of civilian production in 1942. Military versions of both models were used by US and other allied forces during World War II. And further information on Indian motorcycles, kindly check the link in the description below. And if you want to get yourself or your loved ones this amazing Indian Scout replica, I dropped the best buy link in the description below, so go check it out and get yourself one if you're interested. And also please do let me know in the comments below as to what are your thoughts about this vintage diecast replica. And kindly continue to support Dnation by subscribing to our channel if you haven't already, and also by liking and sharing our videos. And also do follow us at dnation.in on Instagram for daily diecast previews and updates. And please do check out the rest of the 112 Scale Diecast Motorcycle episodes in the playlist below. And this brings us to the end of this diecast episode, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a massive thumbs up and share it, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button if this is your first time here, and also click on that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming episodes. And if you care to share your views and thoughts on this episode, please do drop your comments below and stay tuned for all new episodes coming up. Well, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.